Hi, I'm Isadora, and these are my Nobuy Year Diaries. Today is May 1st, 2025, when I'm filming this. So this is actually the first day of my Nobuy Year. Now, because it's the first of the month, this is the day when I pay my credit card bill for the last month. Yeah, I really needed to do this. Oh yeah, so on this channel, I do a lot of different things. I'm doing a Nobuy Year. I do, what I eat in a day vlogs, and I talk about, like, spooky and vampire media. This might seem like a weird combination of things to do on a channel, but, like, I don't know. I'm just having fun, man. I don't know if I really expect to be, like, a famous YouTuber. It seems like a lot of the, like, women who get famous on YouTube, they're not even women. They are children being exploited by their parents, and the people watching them are not fans that anyone would want. So I'm just having a good time, I guess, but this Nobuy is not a good time so far. I'm really glad to be doing it because I'm looking back. So April is my birthday month, so if you've ever had, like, shopping issues, different things can trigger different people to shop, but I think you kind of find yourself falling under a trap where it's like, I've had a hard day, I'm gonna buy something. I'm celebrating my birthday, I'm gonna buy myself whatever I want. It's Tuesday, there's a sale, you know, you have to shop every sale because that's smart, and, like, through the, like, internal mental machinations that you do, you just end up buying things constantly that are unnecessary and that you don't need. So I'm looking at my credit card bill for the last month. There was, around my birthday, I was like, because it's my birthday on this day, I'll spend whatever I want and I'll worry about it later. But that one day turned into, like, 3 weeks. So I really need to do this no-buy. Now, I do recognize, so even with the credit card bill that I racked up, I can pay it, and there is privilege in that, but, like, there's also a lot of being a fucking dumbass that, like, no amount of privilege can correct. Like, you have to personally want to, like, change your mindset and change how you react to things and change what you do. Yeah, I am gonna be, like, pretty open with you guys about, you know, my experience of doing this and why. If you want to know why, there's a whole playlist of, like, my no-buy related stuff. Go back to the first video, written in the description is, like, the full write-up of, like, my rules and motivations and whatever. But, I'm definitely, like, an overspender, and I'm somebody who has struggled with, addictive personality in general. It just runs in my family. You inherit it. It's like something that doesn't work in your brain. Also, addictive personality can, at least as far as I know, again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert. If you are a doctor or an expert and you come across this, I don't know if anybody's gonna see anything I do at all. But if you know more than me, you know, I always welcome people who have, like, genuine education and something to, like, enlighten everybody. I just think it's better for, like, everyone to share information. So, like, if I get something wrong, I would you know, go in the comments and tell me, but don't tell me to, like, end my own life, because I probably will one day, but that has nothing to do with you. You're not that important to me. Anyway, so yeah, I had to go through, like, if you've ever struggled with, like, shopping addiction or compulsions or overspending, and, like, you have that internal process where you're like, I'll just worry about it later. When later comes, it literally just feels like putting your dick in a bulldozer, like, but in your spirit. That's, like, how I'm feeling pretty low right now. I'm just like, what's wrong with me? Like, why did I do that? Like, why did I think that was cool? Why did I even have the, like, fun internal process of, like, I'll just worry about it later? Because later always comes, and later comes sooner than you fucking think. Recently, like, I've seen some people in my life just, like, totally drop the ball and, like, not take accountability for, like, financial decisions they made. And like I see like ultimately where it leads and what happens, and like there's only so far you can pass the check, like unless like I don't know, you're like an heiress or like a Vanderbilt or something. There's only really so far you can pass the check before you start to face the consequences of your financial stupidity. And I would rather just face it now and like try and fix this thing within my like behaviors before I just like ruin my fucking life. Because I've seen many people do that. Like, it's not like, I'm not speaking hyperbolically, I'm not speaking like poetically in like the realm of chance. I've genuinely seen many people around me make financial decisions which totally fucked up their lives, and like estufas, lavadores, microondas, the big city ambiance, baby. I hope you enjoyed that. It's like, this is like my version. Oh man, have you ever seen those memes where somebody puts on white, can you put on white noise? And it's like Midwest emo. Chilango noise. Lavadoras, microondas. O algo que cierro de una compra. Damn, they really say compra anyway. Ah, no puede ser, todavía puedo escucharlo. Están mis pesadillas, están mis sueños. Anyway, moving along. Yeah, like, it's just, like, you know, it's kind of also, I think, too, honestly, because I knew I was doing a no-buy year, I did panic buy some stuff, only racking up what I had already purchased, but I just needed to stop buying anything. This morning, I, unsubscribed to, I think, I've unsubscribed to almost all of, like, the business-related email lists, and I deleted the Amazon app off my phone. Because, one of my rules is that I can no longer make phone purchases, because when I was talking about, my behaviors with my therapist, I was like, yeah, I do, like, a lot of impulse shopping on my phone, like, while I'm watching YouTube, or, like, if I'm, like, waiting for a bus or something like that. And, yeah, so all of that stuff's off my phone. I believe I've unsubscribed from, like, every email list. Looking at my credit card bill for, like, the last month, I really have no urge to ever buy anything again, and I'm really happy that I've decided to do this no-buy, and I'm trying to, like, confront my issues head on, but I just feel like an idiot for spending that much. Something with addictive personality as well. So over the course of my life, I've struggled with like using various things in like an unhealthy way, and you know, I'm completely sober now, so I feel like it's very common, like, when you, like, people fixate on the addiction itself and like moralize whatever thing you're using, whether that's shopping, whether that's sex, whether that's substances, and people look at it as like a specific addiction to that thing because you're a bad person. Or like, depending on what you're doing, that depends on how bad you are, but like all addictive personality is the same, and it's something within you that like you seek, either like that stimulation or that comfort, or it's that like self-destructive tendency that so I'm not like a psychological expert, so like maybe this ain't you, like I don't know, but at least I've noticed within me, when I would stop one self-destructive behavior, like I'd be good for a while and then I'd inevitably replace it with something else. And when you're trapped in that, you feel like it's only you because like you're innately broken and you're a horrible person. But through opening up to people, I've learned that's incredibly common in people with addictive personality and people who struggle with mental health issues. I have CPTSD, hello. I'm living proof that if bad enough shit happens to you enough time, you get brain damage. So anyway, just paying that bill this morning, I just feel like a huge piece of shit. I feel so dumb, and the problem is, like, I would say that, like, I wouldn't say I'm, like, the most intelligent person who's ever lived, by any means. Like, I've met a lot of people who are, like, infinitely more intelligent than me, but also intelligence varies so much, and there's different kinds of intelligence. So, like, it's really kind of hard to put, like, people in a room and say, like, who is the smartest comparatively, because there's many different ways that, like, intelligence expresses itself in, like, cognizant life forms. But yeah, it's just hard. Like, I feel like I am a thinking person, and I am, like, a moderately self-aware person, and it's just like a unique kind of, like, no exit style hell when, like, you know what you're doing, but, like, you can't stop doing it. I mean, I don't want to, like, make excuses either. I want to say that, like, I can stop these behaviors, and I'm learning to, like, put myself first and put all these self-destructive tendencies behind me, perhaps, but they are something I've been struggling with since I was, like, a child. You know, when I didn't have my own money, when I was just a little kid, I didn't have a car, I didn't have access to do anything, you know, I would harm myself with what I could find in the house. And there's just, like, something's incorrect up here, and I'm gonna do my best, but looking at my credit card bill, I feel, one, very stupid, and something I've never really, even though I feel like a lot of people in my life could tell that I had at least some issues with, like, impulse shopping and stuff like that, I'd never really said the words to anybody in my life. Like, I got an issue. I have, like, compulsive and addictive shopping behavior problems. You know, pretty much everything, every substance or, like, action that I've abused, I got through that, like, totally by myself with, like, no support, like, no therapy, no medication, and I would work my way through it and decide I would stop and then latch on to something else. And, I just turned 33. I feel like I've been going through this since I was, like, a child. And I would like to stop, if possible. I don't know if it is, but yeah, I'm just being open with you. You know, I've seen some other people, they start no-buys, and they're like, there's no way I'm ever gonna mess up. And I'm like, I can't really promise you that. So, like, if you want to watch a human being be, like, innately perfect in all aspects, I've told you a lot about my history and, like, what I've gone through. So, that's not really me. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't really have a lot of faith in myself, but, like, I do have significant motivation, at least at this moment, based on my fucking credit card bill, to never do that to myself again. Now, I'd say this is the first time I've done that, where, like, I just ridiculously overshopped and lost my shit in about 2 years. So, like, I was doing really good for a while, and I was like, oh, like, I guess I got over this, like, I'm good now, and, like, I'm not drinking anymore, I'm not smoking anymore, I'm not abusing any other various activities or whatever. Maybe I'm just, like, you know, I've been medicated, I've started treatment for my chronic illnesses, like, things are looking up, I'm, like, a normal person now. Nope. Which, like, that shit is what hurts the most, potentially. But, you know, I do want to take, like, accountability for myself and what I'm doing. That's partially why I'm doing this as well, like a Nobuy Year online, talking about, like, what I've been through, what I'm doing. I'm gonna show you, you know, when I'm having a really good time, when I'm having a really bad time. I'm gonna be honest with you, this isn't just gonna be me, like, bragging at you about my incredible self-control for a year. Like, right now, because I have just had this experience, I just finished a bunch of shopping, like, I looked at my credit card bill and I was like, bitch, you did it again. This has to be, like, the 4th time I've done this. As an adult, I'm actually in my early 20s. I had racked up, and I've never told anyone this before, I think, in my early 20s, I racked up, like, $6,000 of credit card debt. And like I didn't have that shit paid off until like my late 20s. So like I got myself out of that, and I've never gotten myself back in like severe debt again, which I know some people get like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. For me, like I grew up in a super financially unstable environment, so I feel like I have a lower threshold for what is considered expensive and a lot of money than like many people would have. When I was like ignoring in my early 20s, I was like a kid, I was ignoring all this debt I was racking up, and like once I crossed 5,000, that was when it occurred to me that I was spending a lot of money. But for some reason in my head, like before the 5K, I was like, oh, I don't know. And again, I'm for other people, depending on what you've gone through. 5K might sound utterly insane, and it is insane to go over 5K in debt for like non-necessary reasons. Like, you know, life is hard. In the US, life is incredibly cruel, and it's designed to like push you into poverty, so you become like a trapped, like indentured servant, essentially. So like I don't really judge people, you know, if you have like medical debt or like certain things, but like going that deep into debt, buying fast fashion and taking trips is insane. And like I own that. And I don't want to end up back there. Like I kept thinking like I would get myself out of debt, or I would like improve my mental state, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm good now, I'm a normal person, I'm functional. But this is like the third time I've just ended up like wildly overspending to an insane amount. So yeah, so I feel really motivated and getting started on my Nobuy Year. There is almost a feeling of relief and like unsubscribing from business, like shopping emails, unfollowing the Instagrams of things that like tempt me to make purchases, and getting all the shopping apps off my phone. Like it does feel good to an extent, because now that I'm old enough and I've lived long enough to see myself repeat these patterns, I know where they go and what they do, and I know how it is, and I no longer wish to do that. So I feel good about taking like solid steps to like correct the things. Like I feel good, what I'm saying, like I feel good about trying, even though I don't know how it's gonna go or how successful I'm gonna be. I feel really good about like making the decisions and taking the steps with support to like make the changes I want. So I feel like very bad about myself, but also like good about myself for like confronting it and trying to do better today, I guess. Anyway, if you're on a no-buy, like comment below, like let's be friends, let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Bye.